I think my dog has a stalker and they just returned her missing toy over a year later. I'm officially freaked out and have come to the conclusion that this saga surrounding my dog is no longer just innocent. Some relevant but long backstory here. I lived in the same apartment for 5 years from 2014 to 2019. Around Christmas 2017 I left my apartment to find a cute dog collar on my doormat. It had tags on it still and was clearly new. I have a beautiful sweet Great Dane who frequented the apartment dog park with me, so I assumed one of the people we always play with got it for her. I kept it and used it, but never did find out who left it. Flash forward to sometime around my March birthday in 2018, a big bag of Sizzler's dog treats, my dog's favorite, were on my porch chair. I knew I hadn't left them there. I thought again just someone being nice, but I'm crazy protective of my dog, so I actually threw the bag away since I didn't know their origin. Around August 2018 another surprise showed up on the porch, this time a stuffed lamb chop toy, a dog cookie like you'd get at a pet store, and a small bag of my dog's food. Now at the time I fed my dog Origin, so even the small bag was expensive. I thought this to be super weird. I began telling people at the office and dog park and asking my neighbors if they'd seen anything. Nothing. And no one else had any other experiences like it. Again got a bag of treats around January 2019. This time I was just fed up, so I left a sign on my sliding glass door that said I appreciated the gesture, but to stop leaving gifts, and I put a second camera inside facing the patio. Nothing happened after that. Sometime around then I had left my dog's favorite stuffed toy dinosaur on my front door mat as we came in from the park because it was covered in mud. I went to get it later to clean it and it was gone. I was sure someone threw it out since we had people that collected our trash from bins at the front door and I noticed they had come by. Me and my dog moved into my fiance's house about 50 minutes away in October of last year. I always thought it was just a weird neighborhood kid or shy person or an old person from the senior living place across the street or something, and forgot about it. Until about an hour ago. I come home on my break to eat. I work third shift, and I let my dog and my fiance's dog out the back, when I notice that on the stairs to the door there's a dinosaur toy. It's still muddy, and has the same riptail, propped up against the glass. I immediately shut the dogs in the house and go look around, but nothing. Keep in mind I left at 11:50 PM and there was no toy. I came home around 3:45 AM and it's there. So in that short middle of the night time frame someone jumped my 5-foot fence. It locks and was still locked, placed the toy, and left. Not to mention they had to have found my new address which is not listed anywhere, and I didn't leave forwarding address with the apartment complex. I put the toy in a trash bag and it's in my garage. I put a call into non-emergency police line, and they said they'd send someone today to take a report. But I'm officially freaked. I'm not letting my dog out of my sight. Edited. To say I have no family within 6 states away, and only have 2 friends I've known since this started still around, and both know about this weird saga, and are not prankster types, and have encouraged me to report this to the police. Update. So many of you have commented, and I've tried to make sure I answered everyone's questions, since this sub literally helped me see the situation clearly. I wanted to let everyone know that I have 8 cameras on the way from Amazon that will arrive tomorrow and I will set up as soon as they get here. I also have our indoor Arlo camera that we usually use to check on the dogs when we are gone, facing out my front window towards the driveway with the motion detector on for now. I have informed every neighbor I have, talked to the police, and let all my friends and family know. I also scoured my backyard for any weird treats or footprints and didn't find anything. My neighbor had some old barbed wire in his shed, so he helped me put a strip of it along the inside top of my fence so that if someone reached up and tried to climb over they wouldn't see it, but they'd sure as hell feel it. I also have a shotgun next to the bed with me, not loaded, but it's the pump kind that makes a loud, very distinct and scary noise. I also checked the toy thoroughly by cutting it open to check for wires or cameras. Even used a magnet to find any metal in the stuffing. It was clean. I'm keeping it in a bag in the garage in case anything happens though. I want to thank all of you for your help in trying to figure out where this person could have got my info from or came from. I'll continue to post any updates I have. Update 1. So good news, people of Reddit. The cameras I got totally worked. Last night around 9 PM a truck pulls into my driveway, then slowly backs out and turns around once my new driveway spotlight comes on. It's caught on my new blink camera. Looking at the video, I recognized the truck instantly. It was the maintenance tech from my old apartment complex. He had a beat up black extended cab truck for as long as I lived there, and the tailgate was completely missing and had one white panel on the back where it had been repaired or something. I know he lives at the complex, so there's probably no reason for the coincidence. I instantly called the detective who I spoke with and told him. They told me they'd go speak with him today. Now I must say that I feel kind of sad about this. The maintenance tech was always super nice to me and my dog, and I knew from conversations with him and the office ladies that he has decreased mental capacity since birth and that he is slow with very little social skills. I do not think he was trying to be malicious at all. I'm torn up about it honestly. I had so many interactions with him over the time I lived there and all was so pleasant, and I knew that he had very little social skills. He once told me I was one of the only nice people to him there. I personally know that's probably true, because I heard many residents complain about the retard maintenance guy and how they should get better for what they pay. He loved my dog. Always made it a habit to stop and pet her and whatnot. I told the detective that he was slow when I called. I feel very conflicted. What do you guys think? Edited to say thank all of you for your suggestions and support on the old thread. I would have never thought of what you all suggested, and I'm glad I took it seriously, even if the knowledge makes me a little sad. Update. So the detective just called me. He sent an officer to talk to the guy at the complex. He at first said he didn't know what they were talking about, but then, after being showed the video evidence, said he just turned around in the driveway and had no idea whose it was. That he was just driving around. Also denied leaving any gifts ever. Detective said he had a clean background and that they couldn't get him on any charges, yada yada. Exact thing you all told me. I don't feel as bad after he denied everything. Gonna keep being vigilant. At least now he knows I have cameras and I'm watching. Edited to answer the question some of you private messaged me about. Yes, I did call the apartment complex and the officers spoke to them too. They directed me to their corporate hours. Said it sounded like a miscommunication or like bad timing. They are going to talk to him. When I pressed them, they said without any charges they don't intend to do anything on my word and non-incriminating video alone. Y'all, this guy had the master key to the whole complex, and I have no idea why. That only hit me an hour ago, but I can't even think straight. Update 2. So it's been a long week. Last time I updated, the police had gone to talk to my old maintenance tech who denied ever leaving gifts at my old apartment or returning the dinosaur toy, and said he turned around in my driveway randomly while out for a spin. Like many of you told me, the cops couldn't do anything. They said to keep a watchful eye and document anything, and they'd patrol my street, yada yada. Since then I've been able to confirm that the maintenance tech, Leo, still lives at my old complex, nearly an hour away, and I live on a small dead-end side street that you have to turn off the main road, onto another road, then mine to even get to. So coincidence he turned in my driveway? Highly doubtful. Now, as I said in my post, I got 8 cameras and put them up in various places around my house and in my garage, etc. I have never owned blink cameras before, but I'm noticing this weird phenomenon with a few of them, and I was hoping it is just a fluke, but I'm not sure. The camera by my front door has randomly gone off in the middle of the night 3 times, but when I look there's nothing there, no cars, no lights, no movement. Yesterday it went off again, and in the very beginning it almost looks like a stick or hand or something moving down fast, as if it was waved in front of the camera to trigger it. They have these little blue lights that come on when it's recording. Also my bedroom window, which is right by the camera, suddenly has a crack in it from the top to bottom. It looks like it was shot with a BB gun or something, and then cracked up and down. Link to picture in comments. I also found a cigarette, but on my front walkway concrete. Neither of us smoke and we haven't had visitors. Of course it could just be trash that blew up, but it was odd nonetheless. We've also been woken up by my fiance's dog barking randomly in the middle of the night. I'm on quarantine so I'm home, and not working right now. He's a hypervigilant dog, so he barks when he hears noises. My Dane would sleep through nuclear war. I'll let the cops know. Again, no proof but they documented in my case. I'm definitely creeped out. I have no idea if I'm hypersensitive now and overreacting, or what. Comment and subscribe.